Hello, everybody, and welcome to part 2 of OG Genshin Impact players and AMV creators react to every Genshin Impact trailer and how usable it is in AMVs. I am once again joined by Phoenix. Phoenix, how you doing?
I'm doing all right. It's a little later than the previous time we recorded, but it's not. It's only like 6 p.m. here. I'm fine.
Not to worry, everything will be fine, I'm sure. We
I'm
only
sure,
have
yeah.
42 left of the 38 we've already done. And don't worry, everybody, we'll have fun stories, reasons why we do use these trailers, why we don't use these trailers. Here is our list from last time. We are truly cultured. And let's just start us right back off where we left. And that would be with Kale Sprout in the Thicket.
I guess the 4-star trailers do come out first. Yeah. Never
On
mind.
occasion. They do it for Genshin a lot. Star Rail, I feel like I see more 4-star trailers coming out first, or coming out later.
They don't even do trailers for 4 stars in Star Rail.
Exactly, except for March 7th.
And Serval, but yeah.
And Serval.
But like, basically anything after them, yeah, no. Anyways, let's.
Anyway, Kale Sprout in the Thicket.
Trainee Forest Ranger Kale reporting for duty. I will ensure your safe passage through this forest. I think I finally got that line down. I didn't get any of it wrong, did I? I'm feeling alright today. I'll take the chance to try to get some more done than usual. Even if it's a life or death situation, I'll never need to rely on their power again. Anyway, you two know Amber, right?
So something I always found about this trailer is it's a bit slow for AMV editing. I know I've used this before, this sequence of the like 3 shots together into
I haven't used Collies a ton, but I agree it's kind of slow, but I don't know. I was just trying to think. I remember using this like at least once or twice, but
In terms of ranking, I don't think we put it in D. We've used it minimalistically, but we have actually used it compared to Kaya and Xiangling.
I feel like that bit that you just pointed out reminds me of Yanfish trailer a little bit.
So we put her around.
Yeah, I feel like they're kind of similar. Yeah.
All right. Do you think we put her above or below?
Man, I don't know. I feel like a little bit above. Well, there's also I personally not used it, but I think there's some use cases for that amber bit at the end, or like the Baron bunny use case.
Whenever I need Kale cutscenes, I tend to use that one event. I think it was like the 3rd summer event that we had her.
Oh yeah, we did have her there. Like she shows up sometimes in the 3.8 trailer, so yeah, that's 3rd summer.
Next up, Tainari, which I will point out, and I won't say what it is, but I'll be curious if you can if you know something interesting about this.
Well, it's the old VA for Tainari, first off.
The Sweetwater mushroom has a brown conical cap and a white body. Consuming it may induce delirium.
Ah, beautiful mushroom maiden!
Sweetwater mushrooms proliferate very rapidly during the rainy season. Much like these fungi here. on second thought, perhaps these are multiplying a little too fast. One with the forest. Fungi aren't typically this aggressive. I wonder what's causing it. Could it be a new genetic mutation? Or maybe it's the rain agitating them. Huh? Looks like I'll have to put my research on hold. Let's nip that in the bud. So that was a hallucination. Has a slightly bitter taste and a distinctive scent. Toxin is mild, but alters the perception of one's surroundings. All right. I'll add that to the next edition of A Field Guide to Rainforest Life.
So out of curiosity, not going off of what this original VA did, which obviously was horrific. Off of just the voice comparison alone, just the voices, which do you prefer? The new one or the old one?
Ooh, they're both, like, just from a pure, like, I guess, I don't know how to call it, like, performance-based. I think they're both good in their own way. They're, like, there's a very clear distinction between the two. I think, like, the newer one is a little higher pitch, I think. I'm just trying to remember what the old one sounds like, because it's been a couple years.
I do think it was a good replacement. I do think they did a good job with it. Though I do find it funny from Diary of a Wimpy Kid.
That is oddly a series I haven't watched or read.
I just remember looking at that and I was like, what is this guy from? Oh, Diary of a Wimpy Kid? Huh. Interesting. Also, of course, the only Dendro character confirmed to have been having hallucinations, despite all the drug jokes.
I mean, I still remember like people like joking around like the one of the rhythm events, I think the second round of the rhythm event that had Kazuha in it, that like he was high on something. Kazuha's not Dendro, so moving on.
In terms of this trailer,
a lot of times I just avoid it because I don't really want to hear the old VA. But I'll put that aside for now.
For me, it's just like, whenever I'm doing a video, I'm just like, I don't ever think, you know who'd fit great here? Tainari.
That's true. Well, like if I'm doing something very generic with like colors and things, I've definitely used the part that I like when they use like the characters like constellation shape. Like I think here's right before his burst. It's the fox.
Yeah.
Like. Yeah, they did that I think they did that in Child for sure. Like that, there, yeah. There. I think it comes up again in, like, Nilu, since I'm seeing the thumbnail. I think it comes
and then I think it first showed up with Child way back when?
Did it show up in Ventis?
I know for a fact Child had the whale in his.
Yes. And Klee definitely did not of hers. I don't remember if it was in Ventis or not. I kind of want to say no, and instead there's something with the lyre.
Yeah.
Actually, no, I think it did show up in Ventis, did it? Like, when he, like, flicks the lyre and, like, it kind of shows up briefly. But, that's off topic.
I don't think that's his actual... I could be wrong. Comments. If I'm wrong, you know what to do. It's my channel. Flame me. Alright. So, in terms of... Where do we put Tainari?
Okay. I'm gonna say
it's just not that much.
I think that there's things here that are definitely usable. Yeah. It's just we don't think to use them. I think it's the.
Yeah. So, do we want to put it... I feel like I would find reason to use Kale's more than Tainari's. Just to go off of what we've already ranked. Same for things like even Heizo and Toma.
Ooh. I don't think he's as low as Heizo and Toma. Maybe because Tainari's one of my top few. I'm trying to think where he is on my favorite list, but he's up there, so that's maybe I'm a little bit biased. So I'm willing to put him like around Kale, or like somewhere like towards the top of C.
We can put him above Kale.
Is he? I'm trying to think where Aloy goes compared to him. And again, I think Aloy is another case of we don't think to use this. We don't think.
See, they're meant for each other. They're both right there. And they're
All right, great.
Hello, new viewer. We are ranking all of the Genshin Impact trailers based off their usability and AMVs.
Yeah, should we just move on to the next one?
We can always move Tainari later on.
Yeah, I'm just figuring, let's don't really want to linger on this particular one. But that's fine.
Right. Dory, thank you for your generosity.
Do I remember what this one looked like?
Welcome to Dory's Divine Bazaar. Everything you need with service you can rely on. Want to take a nap? Stay dry? See a sumpter beast? No problem. With enough Mora, you can afford to do anything. Even take on the academia. Too.
I can confidently say I've used Dory more than Kale or Tainari.
I don't think I've used Dory at all. I don't think.
For me, the parts...
Maybe if I just forget she exists. That's different.
Yeah, I think a lot of people do. I think Genshin even in Sumeru events, she's kind of just randomly inserted at random points. I've used this with the Jin a lot, and then the little twirly here I've used. The normal fighting sequences are just really hard to throw into stuff.
Yeah, the genie spewing stuff might be usable.
Yeah. Plus the photos at the very end. You could compare that with Diona had a photo shoot. I don't remember it off the top of my head, but I'm sure Charlotte probably had photos in hers.
I feel like that was more like a scroll of a newspaper.
True.
Not like the actual photo effect. But we'll get to that later.
We will.
Maybe. Or eventually, I should say. Eventually.
So, Dory. First off, where are you? There you are. Below?
I feel like...
Honestly, could be below Toma.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's a fair middle point between me having never used clips from her trailer and just forgetting about her existence, and
I said below Toma.
You using her sometimes.
There we go.
Yeah.
All right. Next up, someone who we wish was a 5-star, Candace.
And the source of wonderful jokes and name based. Yeah. Anyways, the wonderful part of being sarcastic, of course.
Traveler from afar. I'd really love to look into your future with my amber eye if I could. Nights in the desert are cruel. Sleep soundly and know that I am watching over you.
Do your worst. Too easy.
A shield is not enough to protect the most important things. That's why I must also wield a spear.
Hear my prayer.
This new strength I now gain in the present is preparing me for trials that lie ahead in the future.
We were just talking about constellation effects, but anyway, that's not... I've used this trailer a few times for Sumeru-based stuff.
Same here. I've definitely used it more than Dory, which I think is our current
True.
highest used.
Where the heck did we put Dory? Oh, no,
Tainari at highest.
I was like, where did we go? Yeah,
I feel like once we leave Sumeru and get into like Fontaine and Natlan, I have a feeling that we're going to be much like higher up.
I feel like for me, more recently, it's gonna start dropping because I haven't done a ton of like recent things. We'll see. I feel like Candace might be the new high for today. I'm like,
Are we putting that like above? Where are we thinking here? Honestly, I could see putting her in B tier.
I'm okay with bottom of the list, like somewhere in B. I think that's what I think. I don't think she's with the group in A. But I don't know where she stands in B. I don't know where.
Maybe
I feel like it's easier to use things from her trailer than from Hoot House.
Yeah, so maybe like midway through B.
Yeah, I don't know where she stands for where Goro and Yunjin, but I'm happy to leave it there for now, and like worst case, move things around.
Alrighty. Next up, I think this one might be our new high for today.
Ooh. Oh yeah.
Also,
Anyway,
up there
let's watch
with
it.
Roma
What?
for one of the best OSTs in this game.
Ooh. Actually, this isn't my favorite trailer list. I think I know which one my favorite is. But I'll mention when we get there.
The sands devour. A new life emerges. In the cycle of life and death, whatever is sown will be reaped. And when the moral order is disrupted, judgment will come swiftly. Every soul will be weighed. I vow to uphold the rules and punish evil. No matter how arduous this path may be, I will follow its course to the end. Through me, justice is served. Until one day, humanity stands blameless, purged of its transgressions.
I definitely have used Sino a ton.
Yeah, I've used this thing a number of times, specifically like things around his burst, where he's like, it's the POV, the Aramite guy running towards me, he just spins and turns into his burst form.
I will say, I think
At-
if they
yeah.
redid this trailer in 2025 to reflect his character, there'd be a lot less of that and a lot more of him sitting at a table playing Genius Invocation TCG.
Yeah, but the trailers are meant to showcase like combat, you know. Anyways.
Clearly, he'd just throw playing cards at people. It's time to
Yeah.
the duel.
Yeah.
All right.
Sino's a character that people like. I think a number of people think is like my favorite character in Genshin, but he's not. It's like a little bit under, I think. Well, but anyways.
All right. Sino. Do we think that Sino could make A tier?
Ooh. Okay, I feel like it's like right between A and B. I'm trying to think where he stands compared to the people like towards the bottom of A.
Makes sense. We could either go top of B or bottom of A if you think it's right in the middle.
I am okay. Oh.
Behold, I force this decision upon you.
Here's the thing. I feel like he's him, Kokomi, and Yunjin are all kind of on the same page. Oh. But what makes it harder is that we put Kokomi and Yunjin in 2 different tiers, and I don't remember why. Why do we say Kokomi was A and Yunjin was in B?
I think we both said we used Kokomi a lot more, and that even though we don't use her as much, we would use her more. Whereas Yunjin, we were like, we've probably used her when we feel she's appropriate, but not like we wouldn't go out of our way to include.
Yeah. So I guess the question is, would you go out of your way to include things from Sino? I feel like that's an actual maybe.
Sino does have the epic factor for a lot of the stuff you can use for him.
Yeah, I guess we'll put him in A. I'm trying to say. Now, I don't know where he stands compared to Kokomi, but that's a different thing. I feel like I'd go out of my way to use him more than Kokomi.
Works for me. Okay.
Okay.
Nilou, Dance of the Dead.
Give me a second. I've been sitting still long enough that the room light shut off.
You heard it here first, folks. Phoenix went out of the way to do this collab and didn't pay the power bill. I'm of course joking.
Hope that doesn't happen again. Anyways, that's good.
Don't worry, I entertained everyone in your absence. All right. Nilou, Dance of the Delicate Lotus.
Miss Nilou, will you teach me the dance you came up with in the desert? Slow down. First, close your eyes and relax your body. Then, picture an oasis bathed in starlight. Now imagine that you are the water, clear and bright, just like jelly. To the world, you're invisible. It never stops to notice you. So you stand up, you leap and twirl, and you show them through dance. Here! A captivating dance is like water about to boil. Quiet whispers grow into a chorus of cheers. To make ripples in your audience's hearts, you have to make a big splash. Dance with the waves! Wow! Pretty amazing, huh?
Nilou? Do you know where the ribbon for tomorrow's performance went?
Sure do. I was practicing with it in the desert. I'll work something out.
I think this is the top 3 for me, even though I actually don't. I'm not that big on Nilu as a character, like in game, but okay. Is anyone surprised? Like when you're pairing things to music,
That the music
dance kind of goes with it well. Just straight up.
Nilu's is in that same thing of Kokomi for me in terms of like she fits in a lot of things because her dance and her combat is very elegant.
Yeah.
So it can fit very
Although
well in a slow song.
I feel like I've actually managed to use Nilu in a fair amount of fast things too.
Plus, there's a lot of like those fades to
Well,
natural transition points. Which
yes. I just to compare to Kokomi's, I think Kokomi's looks either a little weird or like slightly worse faster, while Nilu's works fine faster.
So are they getting S tier here? One of your
Yep. Yeah.
All right. We've breached the S tier. We each have one S tier slot remaining. And coming up next,
I forgot what our conclusion was next year. Anyways, moving on.
I think it was top 3 for each of us, if I remember correctly.
Okay.
Nahida Boundless Bliss.
Are you ready? 3, 2, 1. I spy a new friend.
I often wonder, and I almost wish they had put out Nihida's teaser second and had this first. Nihida's teaser being the one where we find out everything is depressing.
Yep.
Because it's just like, oh, this is so cute and so wholesome, and then
I might have used her teaser more than this trailer, just in general. Well, I think like when I do it, I just have my general aesthetic preferences, like things that are like darker in value, and like this doesn't really mesh with what I usually do. Although I have used Nihida's trailer a couple times.
Yeah, I've used Nihida's trailer a few times. I've done a bunch of Archon videos. Plus, I think that definitely the part I've used the most is like basically from here to like when they do like the pictures.
Oh yeah, it's like the.
Yeah, like this area here, I think is when I. Oh right, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Is when I probably used hers the most. Also, some people I've seen think that this was a kind of teaser of what was going to happen with Fontaine.
Fontaine. Maybe. I
Everyone.
don't remember if those like blue stingray things were actually from anything, or
Yeah.
did we see those in Enkanomiya? So I'm trying to remember if we actually saw those things in game or not.
They might be floating around in Economia.
Maybe.
So Nahida, also great freeze frame of her face. Let's go.
Yeah, that's just like the smoke, like whatever.
All right. Everyone's favorite
Radish Archon. Radish.
I went for Murder Child. We think Klee is canonically the worst. Her bloom has caused more deaths than Klee could ever hope to accomplish.
Player deaths or enemy deaths? Never mind.
Both.
I feel like we could put her with the rest of the Dendro characters, but if you want, you can go higher just because he's an Archon. So I don't know.
You mean like put her with Kale and Tainari?
Yep.
Works for me. Where do you want to put her in correlation to Kale and Tainari?
Actually, this is the lowest we've been Archon so far? Maybe.
Really? And I mean, who do we have? We have Farina technically, and Mavika left. She might be the lowest.
Yeah.
Actually, technically, the lowest is the Pyro Archon Bennett, who is not on the list.
Oh. Yeah, who's unlucky enough to not be on this tier list. Anyways,
I think maybe we've used her more than Tainari and Kale. Would be a fair assumption.
I think I personally use Signari more, but I think that's maybe just because I like Signari as a character.
Yeah, we can put him. We can put her below Tainari then.
I don't know.
I leave it to you. Above Tainari, below
Tainari. Where she is now is fine.
All right. Next up, Layla, Radiant Star.
Even when we're not looking up at the stars, they're always there, watching over us. Why do I have to write so many papers? Why? My guiding stars! Not now! Stars, shine for me! Huh? What are you doing up? Me? Sleepwalking, of course.
I like how it just cuts off.
Yeah.
Also, I guess technically speaking, Layla was the first like split personality that we had. Everyone was like, "Oh, Farina was the first." Technically speaking,
Is it a little bit, or like there's like a couple like kind of interesting distinctions between A and the Shogun puppet?
true.
Anyways.
Using her, I've always liked her trailer in because there's that like fade in, fade out.
Okay, yeah.
Blurs the lines, and that's a good natural transition point.
Yeah. I feel like there's too many like the generic combat sections again that are like.
Yeah. I don't use her that much, I will say. I definitely use like Hazo, Kuki, Yanfei, maybe not Yanfei, but like Nahida, Aloy. I definitely think I probably have used Aloy more than her.
Okay, so where does she stand compared to like Dori, Ayato, Chi-Chi, that group?
Dori, Ayato, Chi-Chi. I definitely think I would have used her more than them.
Okay.
How about you?
I feel like I've used her like once, maybe twice. I think this is another character I just like, maybe because she doesn't have a ton of story appearance, I just like forget about.
Yeah, plus whenever I think I use Layla a ton, it's usually with that Kaveh cutscene from
Or the Inter-Darshan Championship cutscene.
Darshan Championship.
I feel like she kind of exists just to have like one playable character rep from each of the Darshan.
Yeah.
Like,
So
actually, do we have one from every? Hold up, do we?
I do not actually.
Let's see. I think we do. I think with Wanderer joining the history one, I think we do.
Yeah. Which we could arguably joke that Wanderer fills the same role that Layla does of just having someone from the Darshan, considering he had no real motivation to join the Darshan. Beside, new mother told me to.
Yeah, I thought, well, like, of all the different Darshans that exist, I think the history one is one that fits him best. Because apparently, like, yeah, he, like, debates people about Inazuma stuff.
So do we think below Toma?
Yeah. Yeah, I think she has better potential than Dory, but I'm not sure.
I would definitely say better potential than Dory.
Okay.
Dory. Okay, speaking of...
Speaking of my favorite character in this game, yeah, Wanderer.
One of your favorite characters, if not. I was
like, I literally have Wanderer as my first, I think.
All right, speaking of Wanderer of Solitude, past and present.
Hey, you there. We heard there's an inn near here. Gonna need you to show us the way. Huh? We won't ask twice.
Two big, strong Fatui. Asking me to be their chaperone. Is this some kind of joke?
Think you're funny, do you? You'll regret that!
Sure I will. The wind rises. I look forward to that. Sadly, you won't be there to see it! What a waste of space. Just as useless alive or dead. You were looking for trouble. No one to blame but yourselves. Huh? We're done here. Next time you're looking for directions, I suggest you find your own way.
Ah, yes.
Wanderer has so many other like good things, like between him as Scaramouche, the boss fight, his gig, the Vision cutscene. I think of his trailer like last.
Yeah.
When using things for him.
Because there's just Yes.
Because there's a bunch of other good stuff. There's a bunch of, like, straight up.
So out of
I think
curiosity,
something that makes this a little harder for me is like there's a bunch of like switches between like saturation levels, which yes, it makes the trailer good, but at the same time it makes it hard to edit with. I think same goes for a few different changes in like where it's like my pet peeve on this is like having a bunch of like how do I don't want to say like changing aspect ratio for different frames.
yeah.
Yeah.
Real curiosity, what did you name your wanderer? If you've done that, I assume you've done that quest.
I did. I named it Fox, which is like at first I was thinking Phoenix, but that's the name I use. So I was like, I thought of that because like, well, in Harry Potter, like that's the name of the Phoenix Dumbledore has. So I was like, yeah, it's related.
I was thinking FOX, and I was like, what? Interesting.
It's like FAWKES.
Nice. So I named mine a completely original name using the Russian letter A, Scaramouche.
Nice.
I was like, you may want to forget your past, but owning your past is the greatest way to redemption, and so...
Nice.
Scaramouche.
Okay.
Plus, it makes it
So
easy because I don't have to remember that I named him something else whenever it's like, oh, hey, Scaramouche, especially when we were doing like the summer event.
Or it's like, just kidding, yeah, just hat guy.
Yeah. All right, so of these, I think the only person I could honestly say I've used more than him that we've done so far for this episode, quote unquote, is probably Nahida.
Okay.
And even
like,
then, I've used him more. Sino, I've probably used him more than Sino.
I'm gonna say like similar level to Sino, just because there's so like I think like the fact that like of all the stuff he's in, I think of his trailer last. I think is definitely something that drags it down the tier list a bit.
So are we thinking above Zhongli and Ganyu, above Child?
I think Child is definitely above this trailer for sure. I'm gonna say I think. Well, I guess I would say like. Oh, I think should we just say right below Child, right?
That works.
Just put the Harbingers together. Okay. Also, I want to tell a funny story. So, like, go back to Wanderer's trailer for a sec. So there's the part where like it goes kind of into the soundtrack where it goes like right like between like right when it kind of shifts like his name thing.
This right here.
Yeah, I think a little bit before that starts. I think I don't remember. Like, so fun fact, I have the one. I don't like as much as I like the soundtrack. I don't listen to it because I have it set as my ringtone on my phone.
Nice.
Yeah, it's like a remix. But anyway, so we recorded this Tuesday, I think, last time. So I was sitting in the middle of like my little lecture where people were giving presentations, and my phone randomly goes off. So it's just this.
Nice.
I'm just like, oh fuck. I'm like, shoot. I just like basically immediately hang up on whoever it was. It wasn't like my parents or anything, so I think it's more okay.
Nice.
I got to listen to that voicemail after class. I was like, oh god.
Alrighty. Next up, Animo number 2, Madame Farzan.
Yeah, Farzan. This is another banger, like 4-star soundtrack on Farzan.
No sense of respect! Academic research isn't some kind of fad. Topics don't just go in and out of fashion. Madame Farzan's life started more than 100 years ago, and her story covers as much ground as some major academic publications. What is it that you would like to learn more about? Different forms of pressure-based puzzle mechanisms? The base layer design of elemental monuments? Sure, I'll hang out with you youngsters. Dare to mess with me? Truth repeats its course. any interest in becoming my student? What did you say? Oh, I'm old now, so every other phrase escapes my ears. Try calling me Madam Farozan, and I'll see if I can pick that up.
All right, sorry, Madame Faruzan.
I'd say like a lot of her has like shots that are like are kind of very zoomed out on her, so it makes it harder to use.
Yeah, when I have used her, it's usually been like when it starts with this and then goes into this.
I think I've used her trailer for some things that are like just to show Dendro Traveler or some bits of Traveler.
Yeah. Let's see, where would we put Madame Faruzan? Taking me an actual second to find Madame Faruzan. There we go.
You were just on. I feel like the block of Dendro we have formed is above her.
Maybe above.
I think it's below them. Yeah, I'll say above, somewhere between. Yeah. I think she's above Yanfei, so yeah.
Yeah. All right. Next.
Also, like on unrelated note, she reminds me of like I'm not sure who among viewers also plays Magic: The Gathering, but like, what was the name of the math school in Strixhaven? That's like really geometry based.
Red, blue.
What was it? No, it's the green blue one. Was it Quandrix? I don't remember. I lost that, but like that general like aesthetic, just Faruzan's, I think fits with that really well.
If I had to go off of what character from Magic I think she reminds me of, Hatsune Miku. Thank you.
Well, okay, yeah, there we go. That's like the geometry and magic stuff, yeah. And like her effect kind of reminded me of that.
Also, calling back to episode 1 when we talked about this, it's basically the generic 4-star trailer again. Let's go. Good job, Yao Yao.
Oh wait. Do I remember what this trailer looks like? Whatever.
If you don't, you're about to find out.
Don't put off until tomorrow what you can do today. Come on, let's get a move on. Oh, spear training is really kind of boring. Maybe I'll go play with Uruguay for a little bit, and come back and do some more training after I've had a break. I grew up in the mountains. Auntie Cloud Retainer, Uncle Mountain Shaper. There are Adepti everywhere in Liyue. I've met loads of them. If you encounter any difficulties outdoors, then let me help you. Uruguay, you're up! Ready, go! Why do so many people make such a big deal out of seeking the Adepti? There's Adepti everywhere, isn't there?
So, funny story about Yao Yao. Back when everyone was like, "Oh, free AR-45 Ayaka! I can't wait! I can't wait to get Ayaka! Oh, Ayaka's gonna be so cool!" Even before the AR-45 thing, everyone was just like, because I think Ayaka was part of the original like beta things.
Yeah.
I was just like,
well, she's since 1.0 in that random trailer, but yeah. Anyway.
I was like, Ayaka looks really cool, but then I was like, unlike most people who were just hyped for Ayaka, I waited so long for Yao Yao.
There's this, around like 1.2, I want to say, there was this like leak sheet of like 8 characters, and we're like, I'm forgetting who, I forgot who was on. I know for sure there was Kazuha, Sayu, Yoimiya, Yunjin, Shenhe, Kokomi. Shenhe and Kokomi had a fair amount of reworks design-wise since that sheet. Yao Yao was on there.
Yeah.
I think Rosaria might have been on there. I think we're like, it's just the, okay, so when's Yao Yao coming? Oh yeah, do you second topic, second, like, change. Do you remember when people thought that the chasm would bring Dendro and maybe Yao Yao with it back in
I remember
2 point something?
And then the start of Sumeru, and everyone's like, okay, now Dendra's actually here. There's no way we can't have Yao Yao.
Yeah.
And it still took like, weren't we we were like halfway through Sumeru, I think, when Yao Yao.
Well, I guess Lantern Rite is an excuse to drop a new Liyue character.
I mean, you're not wrong. And I will say that I did really enjoy this Lantern Rite story.
I haven't done it yet, but I can.
no,
it's still going to be up for a while, so.
This one meaning the one that happened 2 years ago when Yao Yao was introduced.
No. Yeah.
But
was that the music festival?
Yes, it was. When we got Madame Ping to play a tune that was lost to time. It was when we like got to really talk about Guizhong, I believe. We had Echoes of the Heart, I believe the cinematic for that one was called.
Oh. Yeah. Yeah, my Lantern Rite. It's just everybody talks about that Hu Tao rap.
Yeah, it's like everybody talks about the Hu Tao rap, and so everything else is forgotten.
Yeah.
Alright, so Bunny, also known as Yao Yao, also known as Artificial Beast Given Life. Thank you, Max Or video, for that one.
Yep, I was thinking about the Max Adventure. Yeah, anyways.
Where are we putting
how much of you use this trailer? Because I don't think I have.
I've used it not super often. If I had to put it somewhere, it would probably be right between Toma and Layla.
Sure, it works.
I like how everybody this time has just been this category, like right in the same spot.
Yeah.
All right, someone I think might be a little higher up on our list.
I'll hit them. I think I'll hit them is my favorite trailer OST of all time. But
told you he's a feeble scholar,
yeah.
Did he? Well, that's a bold-faced lie.
Told you.
So his false modesty was just a facade to hide his true abilities?
Absolutely. He doesn't want others knowing his true strength.
Well, how strong is he? Stronger than you?
Of course not.
You know, I actually ran into him last week while I was in the desert looking for creative inspiration. If he was going out there to study ancient runes anyway, why didn't he travel with me? We could have split the cost. Frankly, however strong he is or isn't, you just don't want to mess with him.
I thought you'd have learned to think before you speak by now.
We didn't say anything bad. All positive, actually.
Surely you didn't drag me out just to play cards.
We didn't get that far yet. We were just debating how good you'd be in a fight.
You keep your cards close to your chest.
Not at all.
So you don't fight much?
Yeah, right. With his temper?
I don't need to fight. I only need to think. Everything is connected. All I have to do is find the weakest link, deal with the causal factors, and everything else tends to resolve itself.
The process of elimination.
Essentially, more time on contemplation, less time on execution. Simple, isn't it?
Not really.
Ugh, I knew we shouldn't have brought this up with you.
I thought my answer was quite engrossing. Boss, this is good wine. I'll have the same, please.
It also just occurs to me that he said, "This is good wine. I'll have my own, please." As if I guess he drank Caves.
Yeah, people were pointing that out. It really is like, yeah.
I know that people joke that he's the template that Dr. Ratio came from, but my goodness, they're so similar.
They are really similar, yeah. Like,
Not to mention, what is it? I think he's still ranked as like the top Dendro DPS. Though that's also mostly because we don't really have any other Dendro DPSs except for like Tainari.
let's see, Kanich is one, but I think Burning still does not have a lot of support, so that kind of holds Kanich back.
Yeah.
But Ball Hazelnut is more like Hyper Bloom.
Yeah, which Hyper Bloom busted since launch.
Yep.
And then of course we have Dr. Baiju, which, let's be honest.
Well, he's a healer.
You know, you're not wrong. But if you put Ocean Hued Clam on there, you never know.
Yeah. He also has a Baiju shield. Anyway, we can get to Baiju later. His trailer's coming up.
Alhaitham himself, he's one of those ones who has a lot of epic scenes. I just never think to use him.
I think I definitely used him for, like, I remember more recently, he was like one of the ones I kind of went back to multiple times on, like, for, like, some things. I think, well, like, I know we're not judging on this, but I think his OST is my favorite of all the trailers.
It's definitely a good one.
Yeah.
So I don't really use him enough to give him a fair ranking. You said you've used him a couple of times, so I'll leave this to you. Why do I feel like Dendro block?
No, I think I'm putting him higher than the Dendro block for sure.
He escapes the Dendro block.
I'm gonna say, like, either above or below Sino. I think I'm gonna go one slot below Sino.
Right, one slot below Sino, one slot above Kokomi.
Because I think there's more, like, Sino's trailer is more overall usable, while Hazen's has, like, just a few nice bits that, like, they lean to lean on.
Next up, Genshin's probably the biggest disappointment.
Oh boy.
Every merc knows the rules. You don't steal food from a wolf's jaws. Time for talk's over.
Boring conversation anyway. I've warned you before. Keep your hands off Aru Village.
Ah, dear. The green-eyed wolf answers to no one.
Listen, I want to help you, but first you gotta back down.
Time for talk's over.
Boring conversation anyway. He's a guest, Candace. We were just sparring.
Is that right? Huh. I do apologize. Please, come with me.
Candace is in a good mood. You're off the hook. Remember what I told you. Final warning.
Imagine having such a great trailer and looking like you do so much damage.
Oh, yeah.
Then you go to Genshin
Yep.
Impact, the game.
Something like the other version. I use like the green-eyed wolf. I'm like, dude's eyes are not green.
Also, yeah, that was what I was thinking of pausing it during the trailer, being like, you know,
Yeah, that's not green.
no one.
That's like the opposite of green.
Yeah, I was like, if he never showed up in the game, you could have just made an eye green.
Yeah.
But having like, there's so many epic parts to this trailer, like when she does like the punches and then it shows like,
Oh yeah.
like this.
Yep.
That's
And like
that's a wallpaper right there.
that is wallpaper. Are her earrings like just a recolored version of like the desert set like headpiece?
They might be. I'm not sure.
There's also like a nice detail.
That's one of the most epic trailers, and it's so sad how.
Oh yeah.
It makes Zhongli look. Zhongli's like, oh, he was supposed to be a DPS, and then he got buffed or whatever.
Oh. Okay.
Why is it always the pyro characters that are very hit or miss? Look at like Klee, Dia.
Yeah.
I
don't know.
Dia. I would put her above Alhaitham in A for me, but at the same time, I used her a lot.
Like that exact spot above Ahitham, or just in general somewhere above it? Okay.
Below Sino.
Ooh.
But
I'm fine with that spot. I think I would go a little higher. Actually, now I'm looking at it, I feel like maybe Ganyu and Zhongli can move below Sino and Alhaitham.
Alright.
And I don't know about Shenhe could maybe make the move as well, but
We'll keep her there for now since we're not.
we'll keep it there. And then I agree. And then I agree with Dia going where you said it, like between the two.
Alright. So like right here.
Yeah, there. I think that's where you said, right? That's.
I was also gonna say a lot of me using Dia was from her winning the.
Oh, your AMV bracket. Your AMV.
Another funny thing about her being weak in the game, but having so much fan support.
Well,
Speaking of characters that nobody remembers. So, fun fact about Mika, one of my favorite videos was from Abyss Wars. Mika got randomly rolled into Mika versus A. Now, you can guess.
Oh, oof. This is not like a popularity like bracket. Who's winning?
I did my best to show his skill as best as I could, but like, listen.
Yeah.
Ever since I was a kid, I've wanted to become a cartographer and map out every corner of Teyvat. It's only later on that I discovered the Knights of Favonius actually have that kind of role. Oh, Klee? She's super cheerful. Although, I've had to revise my maps on several occasions due to her experiments with dangerous weapons. Mika, frontline land surveyor, Knights of Favonius Reconnaissance Company, reporting in. Final warning. Let's keep going, team. The rain is really coming down. I hope it won't get too muddy out here, or I'll need to help everyone clean their boots.
I think this is another character I just forget exists.
Like, and the sad thing is, his trailer's not that bad.
Yeah.
It's just another one of those, just like, I kind of forget you exist.
Yeah, I think this is like I remember like seeing his strip arc. I'm like, this is our first cryo catalyst, right? And like he has a crossbow, or he could be a bow user. Okay, he has a crossbow. No, it's not either of those. He's a polearm.
Have we not had a Mondstadt character since then?
Okay, don't think so. So it's funny, you know, like the Genshin World thing. So like, I think at some point I just got bored and racked up an endless streak of like 300. Anyways, so like I figured out that like I just click Albedo as my start because I'm lazy to scroll down. I realized if it just tells me that it's more than one version above, I just Mondstadt. I know it's Mika because we haven't had Mondstadt since like I don't know.
It's Genshin being like, hey, we haven't thrown a Mondstadt character at him in a while. What do you say we just
Yeah.
check him?
Well, he showed up in the 3.1 event in Mondstadt. Is like the wine festival.
Yeah. But I think everybody in Mondstadt showed up for that event, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, but I guess that's where they first showed him, and then he came like a few versions later.
Yeah. Going off of that,
I think he's somewhere in that block of C.
I honestly was gonna say bottom of C.
Yeah, I think I think I meant like somewhere in C tier. Not somewhere.
Because I know I have used him, but it's so minimalistic.
Man, we just forget that he exists.
I was gonna go bottom of C. Where do you think?
I'm fine with that. I have not used the trailer, and I just forget he exists in game.
And now from one of the least popular 4-stars to one of the most popular 4-stars.
And one that wreaks some chaos in co-op mode.
A little
nice
bit.
to meet you. I'm Kaveh, an architect. You must have seen the Palace of Alcazar's before. I sacrificed so much for that. Everyone else thought I'd lost my mind. You don't spend all your savings on your hobbies, do you? You definitely don't want to end up borrowing money in a moment of impulsivity. Living with debt is miserable. Watch and learn! Feast your eyes! Come at me! Sight clear! There's still room for improvement. Better make my finishing touches before the deadline creeps up. Is that the client? Wait. Oh, it's you!
Interesting thing I've never noticed. I think every single Inazuma 4-star shows up, and even some of the 5-stars. Except
you mean Sumeru?
Sorry, Sumeru. Yeah, I just find it funny that Alhaitham doesn't show up once in this entire thing.
He does. Like go back to the beginning where it's like, let's just let it roll, and I'll just tell you when to stop.
Nice to meet you. I'm Kaveh.
Like a little bit after. Stop. That's all hit. Stop. It's like on the left of the screen. He's like, I'll hit those walking, Kaveh just goes back.
That was a perfect opportunity there, Genshin. Just don't include Alhaitham. It would have made so much sense. Alright, so Kaveh. Now I know what I remember most people are remembering from this trailer.
Yeah, we see that most replay section.
That most replay. And only
Man, I remember I think it was like Tad or somebody reacting like, wonder what everyone was like, there's a spike right here on retention. And then he's like just disappointed when it gets there.
Yeah, I remember when most replayed was like most of them was like 2 to 3 seconds. This one, it literally doesn't make it a second before it goes.
Yeah.
Yes. In terms of using him for AMVs, I haven't used him a ton. I have used him more than Mika.
I'm not sure if I've used him. I use him in trailers, but I can definitely see places where I could grab from his trailer.
I would say, for me, either between Yao Yao and Layla, or between Layla and Dory.
I'm gonna say, I think there's very specific scenarios that you can go well with, but aside from those, you don't have a ton. So I'm gonna say, well, Layla's kind of similar. So I'll put him above Layla because I think I would actually remember he exists more than Layla to some extent.
I will say it's very funny how many people Aloy has beaten out here.
Yeah.
Alright. Next up, one of the most forgettable 5 stars. And my goodness, I forgot how much Dendro there was during the Sumeru.
Well, it was a new element, and
True. He was our first confirmed Dendro appearance, right? If I remember correctly, back in OG Leo.
Unless which I don't know since I haven't played. I started later in 1.0 as we talked about last time. Did Yaya show up in promotional material before Baizhu showed up in Quest? Actually, Baizhu showed up in 1.0, right?
In game, I think Baizhu appeared first. Yaya may.
Yeah, Baizhu appeared first for sure, without a doubt. In game, I don't know about in promo material. I'm actually not sure.
I think Yaya probably takes the cake there.
Yeah.
It seems this elixir has attracted some difficult customers.
Belligerence and avarice. For these vices, I'm afraid I can offer no cure.
A good beating ought to do it. As flowers wither, so does life fade. There's no escaping it.
Hand over the elixir, or you die tonight!
My mortality is no one's concern but mine. Remember, health comes first. Taking a turn for the better.
Dr. Baizhu, the dew. Here you go.
This remedy is powerful, yet painstaking to concoct. Ineffective without moonlight dew as a potentiator, but just a drop will cure Gui's cold in no time.
Cold medicine? You came all the way out here for cold medicine?
You didn't check before seeking to steal it? I have serious concerns for your cognitive health.
The first round of treatment has clearly failed. Let's try a stronger dose.
No, please, no.
Gives end of Miko's trailer vibes, honestly.
Yeah. It always seems like for these random trailers, maybe it's just a couple Leo ones, that's just the treasure hoarders getting dunked on. It's like, so. Yeah. This one, Yelan, I guess in Miko's it was like the Kuragi enemies.
Yeah. Just a bunch of people.
It's also Hu Tao's, which is just, actually no, it's two who show up in Hu Tao's, never mind.
Also,
like I've used the Trinity.
I just love Chi-Chi's like, the dew, here you go.
Yeah. So I think with Baiju's I've used Baiju's trailer a few different times on like a couple of EOS city videos.
Are we thinking the Dendro block?
Yeah.
Where are we thinking in the Dendro block?
I think between Nahida and Kale.
That works.
Like, I think Baishu is one of my favorite characters from Liyue, just because nobody in the Liyue cast really sticks out to me. But the playable characters.
Alright, next up, another Dendro character. We really did have a patch where we just had like 3 Dendro characters. My goodness.
Well, 3.0 was Sumeru's, like, version, and Sumeru's the Dendro region, so... And then we had, like, basically no Dendro until... Is it Emily? I'm trying to... I'm like, I know the name, I'm just trying to, like... How do they pronounce it in-game?
It is Emily.
Okay. I was like, was it Emily, or is it, like, more, like, French-sounding, and something I'm not considered as not Emily?
Also, could be considered the start of the whole character exploration kind of buff things like we had for all of Natlan, because she had the decreased stamina when climbing.
Emily did? Or Kirara did?
Kirara.
I feel like somebody else had that passive, right?
I mean, there have been versions of it where, you consume less stamina when you're climbing if you have this person in the party, but her elemental skill actually did, like, a buff when you climb that, like, increased.
Oh, okay. So, like, we're not counting, like, the animal movements and stuff, and got it.
Alright, Kirara.
Thank you for choosing Komania Express. Anything you need delivered? Rest assured, there's no destination I can't deliver to. I wonder what's inside this package. No. No peeking at my customer's stuff. Ooh, maybe I could curl up inside this box. I'm out of time! Sign here, please! Express delivery! The lady Kitsune told me that those who don't work can't fit into human society. I'm not going back to the boonies, even if it means I get to be a great yokai or whatever.
Man, I remember, like, random, like... I think when I did, like, Follow Luke's back then, people thought she was, like, gonna be Geo. And then, like, Jump Running is, like, Dendro, and we're like, huh?
Yeah. Mostly because I think people were like, oh, we've done two Dendro in a row. There's no way we're gonna have a third O.
Oh, whoops.
Let's see.
There's a number of things towards the beginning of the show that I think are just hard to use.
Yeah. I'm honestly thinking below Kave here.
Where's Kave at? Oh, we're forming another Dendro block.
Yeah, we kind of are.
Yeah, sure. I'll go there. I think I've only used her trailer once, and that's when I was trying to get everyone for Inazuma.
Yeah. Also, going back to the Baiju trailer, because I completely forgot this. Have you seen the memes of, like, Baiju trailer, at the end of Baiju trailer, it's just him dying?
Oh, maybe, but I feel like that's something that's definitely probably gone around.
Alright, we have left, I mean, technically we'd already left Sumeru, but now we have entered...
Fontaine!
Probably, I would say this is largely considered to be the peak Genshin up to this point. I know Natlan, a lot of people consider it, but, like, Fontaine...
Ooh. I feel like a number of people, I think I figured so that Fontaine ranks Fontaine better than Natlan.
True. Alright. Linny, secret inside the hat. Welcome to Fontaine.
Welcome to Fontaine!
Magic is an art of performance. But before the performance begins, a little preparation is needed. Welcome to Linny and Lynette's Magic Show! which is real and which is an illusion. Take a guess, because our next trick is about to begin. Let's get this show on the road. Step right up. This has been Linny and Lynette's Magic Show. Thanks for watching.
It's just a rehearsal, you know? Aren't you overdoing it?
It's the only way to iron out the wrinkles. Well, Fermine, what do you think?
I think it was excellent. If I had to make a suggestion, how about giving Pear a part in the show?
You have Pear just like walking on to join the like cats of the band.
Yeah. Also, I know that this particular song, or not this particular song, this particular trailer was really made you want to dance the night away. I know that was a horrible pun, but
oh yeah, that was like
to those who do not know, Phoenix created I would say pretty popular Dance the Night, the Dua Lipa song.
Yeah.
MV for Fontaine.
Because like Barbie came out like a month prior at that point. I don't remember exactly. Like,
because I remember you were.
Here's the thing. I think both. Here's the thing with that song. It's like since that song was played a lot, like following months after, both me and a friend of mine, like we hear that song, we both think of the MV that I made, which is actually really funny. But anyways, because like we're like they're playing it at like school event or something. We're like, yeah, I would just think of that, like AMV I made. Yeah, we just think of that.
Yeah, because I know that one was it's probably in your top 3 or 4 most viewed videos at this point.
I think it's 2. I think it's second place, behind Arabian Nights.
Behind the one that puts you.
Yeah.
All right, in terms of Linny's trailer, I've definitely used in AMVs and videos in the past. Definitely.
I've used this trailer a lot. Like since there's a lot of like kind of like short bits you can clip together in the middle, because there's a lot of like things goes to white, goes to black, or whatever. Oh.
Yeah, plus there's like so many natural transition points that you can go to Lynette from this.
Yes. There's some things I just forget if it's in his trailer or Lynette's trailer, but I think I've used more from Linny's trailer. I kind of want to say he goes straight to. I don't know if he's my last top 3. He might be, but I'm gonna say top of A for now.
I could go with that. I definitely of the A's, I definitely would have used him the most out of these.
Yeah. He might be my last top 3, but I don't know how we're going on like.
Yeah. All right. So moving on to the next one
is Lynette.
Fremine, huh? I didn't even think about that. All right, Lynette.
They put these trailers out at the literal same time.
Make your acquaintance. I am Linny's magic assistant, and if you have work-related inquiries, please ask Linny. If you have questions related to seeing a magic show, please ask the ticket office. Seems Linny is saying some strange things again. It's really worrying. I can see the conditions for victory now. Zip on up! Over here! After the sun goes down, the desires hidden in people's hearts will rise to the surface. Let the magic begin! Let me take the heat.
Why don't you let me take the stage?
Yes, take me with you.
Evening shows are spectacular. Should I reserve a ticket for you?
No, because we'll end up being your lawyer. Oh, we already did that.
Oh, yeah. Whoops.
So
I've used the ending a fair bit.
Yeah, and I've used. Where is it? It's the clock.
Is it the part? Oh, the clock. Yep. I've just yeah, like there's the part where like it's like kind of like a lead up of like a runway and everything. I just realized that thing is probably called like a catwalk. And yeah,
Comedy.
comedy. Yeah.
I will say, of the three, my personal favorite has almost always, actually not even almost always been Lynette. Though Fremine took a nice second when we had the
pair event. Not the what was the name of that event?
The limited event.
Yeah, I know that limited event. What the heck was that? Delxie, there you go. Yeah.
Yeah, he took a quick second. I've just never been a huge fan of Linny. I don't know why.
I think opposite to you. I think Linny is my favorite of the three.
So in terms of Lynette's trailer, where are we putting Lynette?
I don't know. Oh,
I would put her in B personally. I haven't used her as much as Linny, mostly because Linny.
I think I would say top of B.
Yeah, you know what? I would agree with that. Where is she? Lynette.
See where Chevron is there.
All right, Lynette, top of B, works for me.
Like kind of going back to Linny a bit. I think Linny is, if I had to try for like going really high on Akasha, that Linny is the character I'd go with. I think last I checked was like top 5 or 6%, whatever.
Yeah, trust me, that I'm still trying to get my Kaching out of top 5%. It's just like
Yeah. I had it in top 5, and then it dropped a little bit because I haven't like done a ton of updating.
Yeah.
Okay. I have that tab open. I might as well check. I have that tab.
Third of 3. Fremine, Silence of the Depths.
Oh no, it's good.
As you know, diving is one of the few things I'm any good at. I spend more time among the Tidalga than I do talking to people. Whenever I feel lonely at night, Pear is the one who's always there for me. Pear, I'll keep you safe.
Frost is coming!
I once swore an oath that I would do whatever it takes to protect this family, and never look back.
Commencing cleanup! Getting here!
So long as the light of the hearth still shines, I'll always have a home to return to.
Fun thing about this trailer, he goes, Pear, I'll keep you safe, and then proceeds to whack Pear with his claymore.
Yep. I'm not sure who ever used this trailer.
Also, yes, Kenjo and Z. Fremine, Pear, I'll keep you safe. Also Fremine, bats Pear to the enemy. I definitely haven't used his as much as the other two.
Yeah. Trying to think if I have it all, but
Hello, darkness, my old friend. You're looking like you're gonna be in C tier again.
okay, okay. Is C tier bigger than all the other tiers combined right now?
Yes, probably. It's 5 rows. So no, not every tier. Because technically there's 6. I think it's barely. It might be equal, honestly.
Yeah, which is actually saying something about we are rather indecisive, or I don't know, or just
they're all just kind of. There's just a bunch that are just kind of mid.
Yeah.
I mean, you will notice.
We just dunked on Kai and Sean like in the beginning.
I mean, you will notice that a lot of the ones in B tier are 4 stars, or in C tier. So
yeah.
4 stars.
Well, there's a number of 5 stars in C.
So
like,
Remine, I'm saying would be another C include.
Where in C? I'm trying to think.
Honestly, if I'm going off of how much I've used him, it would probably be right above Mika.
Oof. I feel like we can go up a couple slots from there. I'm just looking at like things that I could theoretically use.
So where are you thinking?
I feel like it's above. Like, let's see. If I remember, we talked about Kuching. We really only pointed out like 1 or 2 places where she could be used.
I could say above Kaching before Diana, because I definitely know I've
used
quite a bit, and I think
yeah.
I've used Diana, once or twice maybe.
Yeah, could we, like...
That works.
Why did you put Kaching above Mona and Xinyan?
I think because we saw that there were places you could use her more. Again, it's been about a week since I did the first half of this.
Yeah.
Okay.
I thought I've used Xinyan more than Kuching.
I have a feeling that we're about to go into an A tier.
Which one's this one?
Nouvellette, Font of All Waters.
Okay.
I feel like this next batch is going to be ones that we probably used quite a bit when Fontaine was around. Starting us off.
You call that evidence?
It's not convincing at all.
Turned enemies.
Sounds like we're in for quite a show.
That's impossible.
There's that much, Mora? No way is it all clean.
The court is always filled with a cacophony of voices. Passion, schadenfreude, indignation, terror. Emotions burst forth from the depths of the heart and surround their host like a dense fog.
Don't you see? I had no time to administer the poison.
You got everything ready before the lights ever went out.
But I was best friends with the victim. Except you secretly hated each other after what happened 5 hours ago.
Rotten to the core.
There's no use in hiding. Plan the details before they hide
They say, let justice run down like water. Water is both the origin and the denouement. Somewhere between the raucous spectacle of the court and the cold rationality of the legal code, something has gone awry. You who were born with original sin, go forth and search for the long-buried truth before all is lost beneath the waves. I will use the past to judge the future. In the end, the countless rivers of emotion shall flow into one, and the tumult shall give way to lasting peace.
Is the trial over already? My dear Eudix, I must remind you, no trial can be sufficiently dramatic if it is too short.
You are right, Lady Farina. But this is not the end. Merely a prelude for what is to come.
I just noticed that the sky cracks at the end.
Yeah, you can see the primordial seawater leaking out.
I feel like I haven't really used Nuvolet's trailer much, because if I want to do something for him, I end up using, like, the bit, like, right after, like, the sword falls on Fossilor, or, like, the part where he, like, seals the water down in the Fortress of Maripud.
Yeah. I've definitely used it quite a bit. Just because I do a lot of Hydro. Not purposefully, but like just Hydro transfer in AMVs and Nuvolet.
Well, for a while your channel branding was Farina, so I guess that makes sense.
So, and then the other, I think, and then another one that I have always found interesting was just like, and this is one of the reasons I'm not a huge fan of Nuvolet. A C0, R0 Nuvolet, or C0R1, I suppose, not even with his proficiency weapon, outdamages my C6 top 1% R1 Farina.
Whee!
It annoys me to no end.
It's like that copy pasta. Like, I build somebody, Shanling does more damage than them.
I build a
that, like,
and it is better than them.
Yeah.
In terms, where shall we put Nuvolet?
Is Nuvolet's trailer the longest we have watched so far?
Is his trailer the longest? It honestly,
God, that trailer was so long.
1 minute and 15 seconds.
I'm gonna take a guess at yes.
You're probably right. Trailers have
Ride it. Might be close. No, 2:43. Okay, yeah, I think that's right.
Yeah, we're not. It is the longest. I do find it funny. The next longest is Aishu.
Oh, okay.
All right. So in terms of Nuvolet placement, I could see A tier for me.
I could see it. I just haven't actually used it much. Maybe just I think I just like because I think of like other things in Nuvolet first. That's like the same thing with Wander. I think of other things for the character first before their actual trailer.
There are 16 slots in A. We could put him midway. That would put him between Wanderer and Child.
Here's the thing. I feel like I could probably see him being used more than like Wanderer and Shenhe. But I feel like I would see using the Sumeru trio behind Shenhe more than his trailer.
We can put him behind Shenhe then.
I guess so. Or like I feel like maybe the bottom half of A could just get rearranged in general at a later point. The bottom.
Yeah.
Like everybody Yoimiya downwards.
Next up, one of my favorite OSTs in the game.
That's a good one.
The Iron Lion Team Arena Showdown, huh?
There's a ton of credit coupons up for grabs, but you'd have to beat the undefeated champion to get them.
Oh? I'll give it a shot then.
Alone?
What, don't think I'm up to it?
That's disgrace for you. He single-handedly made it to the final bout.
Finally. Now let's see who it is.
Please put your hands together for our undefeated champion. The rules for this match, anything goes. Fighters, test your might. Fight!
Just as I suspected. Let's do some scrap disposal then.
Have a safe trip.
Ow, ow, ow.
Let this be a lesson. The next time someone disables the security restrictions on a Gardamech without authorization, report it to me promptly.
Yes, Your Grace.
Oh, please, you love a challenge in the ring, don't you?
That's why I asked for a timely report. I'll decide how to dispose of the problem.
Was that sticker like Risley as a shark?
I think it was.
At the end.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. If you're wondering where he's walking off to, he's walking off to head to Garrick Mach Monastery to meet his professor after 5 years.
Oh yeah, good. And like, oh yeah, but he's gotta be upside down for that. Never forget that.
Yeah, true. To those who
Oh.
are, Joe Zija, the voice of Risley, voices Claude in Fire Emblem Three Houses.
Yeah.
There's a lot you can use from this trailer.
My issue with this trailer is like, yeah, there's some potential for a good transition to like how there's like this bunch of split screen moments. The thing is, I feel like the best use of that is like to like have like keep one half from this, and then since I use Premiere, this is like a fancier software thing you can do. It's like mask it so that the whatever is above it like fills the other half, and that takes like effort that sometimes I'm too lazy to put in, and so I just won't use this trailer.
Me, I always hate these. Like the.
Oh yeah.
That's always been so annoying because it gets.
That feels like it's inspired by like Smash Bros.
Very much so. But yeah, the split screen can definitely make it like very difficult sometimes.
Yeah, it's I can make this look cool. It just takes a little while.
Also, I never noticed that Sijween was in the back of
Where?
Well, you can see her like right there. You can see her hat.
Oh yeah.
And then I think she's there. She is.
Oh, there. Yeah, I can see it.
Barely, yeah. Like,
I saw it in the mini player, but I didn't see it in there. Oh well.
All right, Risley.
I feel like this is somewhere in B. Because there's potential's there, but I think it's just like, at least for me, it's there. It's just how lazy am I feeling today?
I can see like right.
Or not lazy. Yeah, I'll buy that.
Use the net more, but definitely there would be. All right, Charlotte. Breaking news. Fun fact about Charlotte: that event where she was introduced, the TCG, the only event in the history of Genshin, and I've played since launch, that I did not finish. I hate TCG and could not get past it. I ended up literally trying to rush finish it, and literally timed out in the it reset in the middle of me trying to doing it.
Oh.
So I never technically finished.
Like I think I did most of the game. I don't remember if I finished that event either. But I feel like I did like the gameplay for it, but I just didn't like do the story because no.
All right.
I think I have that weapon at R5, so I think I probably did.
I do have that. All right.
Yeah, but I didn't do the story.
As long as I keep digging, it will shake the world like no other news report in history. Your credible source of the unbelievable truth. That's my journalistic motto. What's the news? To put it in adventurer terms, I guess for me, it's all about the thrill of the chase. All right, let's get this interview started. fond of journalists. You know what they say, lies are soft and malleable, but the truth is sharp and inflexible. The time has come for your interview. Ready to be a star? Breaking news! Hard-hitting exclusive! Truth bomb! Morning! Did you read the paper yet? No? No worries. I'll read it for you.
Well, going back to a prior conversation, she does have photographs.
Yeah, she does. I think her trailer is like gives a very similar vibe to Kirara, and I feel like we can put her trailer like basically with Kirara's.
Yeah.
I forgot where exactly that is on the list, but that's well.
We have Kirara in probably
Right by Kave. Right.
Mid C tier.
I'm tempted to say put Charlotte one below to keep the second Dendro block, but in reality, I think Charlotte would be higher than Kirara.
All right.
I don't know where she is compared to Kave. Like I don't know. Like I don't know. Like Charlotte just reminds me of like just have like a depth. Like I have like a pretty like high respect for like people who do like journalism because I know like that's like hard. I just think that's a hard job.
Yeah.
Like I did like a media broadcast class in like when I was like 7th or 8th grade, and that's how I got into video. One of the reasons why I got into video editing. I was just like I can't do this. I can't, since like the higher version was like basically doing like kind of like local / school news. I was just like at some point I was like I can't do this. I can't.
Yeah. Going into the next one, people often think that this is my favorite OST. I actually am not a huge fan of Farina's OST.
The story quest one I like better. The OS2 was.
We beat Nouvellette by 1 second.
Oh. Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the most spectacular show in the history of Fontaine. Please put your hands together for our national icon, Fontaine's biggest celebrity, one of the 7 archons of Tibet, the Regina of all orders, kindred, peoples, and laws, Farina de Fontaine!
Vocal cords ready, blood sugar replenished. Let the show begin!
So I think, looking at it again, I think I will have to move Raiden out of top 3. Because there is one crucial fact I kind of forgot. The number one video on my channel is actually
Farina.
AMV that I did. So I think I probably should keep that in consideration.
Yeah.
In rating that.
I was going to say high A on Farina, but like if you want S, then that yeah, sure.
Yeah, so I think I'm gonna move Raiden down to A tier.
Yeah.
And
like okay, looking at who's left, I think Lenny might be my final for top 3.
Alright. Well, we can always move Lenny back down to A.
Yeah.
Also, just the amount of stuff in this trailer is incredible.
Okay. Actually, where's that frame of like Farina's behind like a miniature of like Clorand and Risley in the ring. It's like somewhere a little bit after that shot you're currently on.
Very quickly, salute to you, Malus and Silver. It was a
Yep. Where's okay?
Here.
Okay. Wherever it is. Okay. Who would actually win that? like.
I actually have a canonically correct answer for you.
Okay.
They would get in the ring, square up.
Mm-hmm.
Risley would say, "Hey, you want some tea?" And they'd just leave.
Great. Cool. So it's a draw. Great. Gotcha.
Answer. Also, everything that is happening in this trailer, of this part right here, is just ridiculous. Also, what is this? Is this a weapon that's actually in the game?
Not playable, but I think it's like I think some of the guards do use it, like have it with them.
I love Lynette kicking this guy while he's down. Also, why is there a lamp? Like, where'd the lamp come from?
Mm.
And then you've got Navia and Clorand are just like not even engaging. They're just like having a chat.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I guess it's better that Navia didn't bring up the cannons from her burst.
Yeah, very true. Or just her shotgun umbrella.
Yeah.
Okay. Speaking of Navia.
Boss, we have a lead on that no-good thief. They call him the Sea Shadow. This is his arrest warrant. Unfortunately, he's got a good nose. He's unpredictable, too, which is how he's eluded us thus far.
And this is another case of the crew chasing down a generic treasure hoarder. Or what seems to be a generic treasure hoarder.
How's he so fast?
Going somewhere? Hey there! Coming at ya! This one's got your name on it!
Gotta cut my losses.
He's one step ahead. Thank you! So what if you flee by sea? Come on, lads, more speed!
Please, boss, put your umbrella away.
A proper send-off! Ready to admit defeat?
Let's get you to the guards.
Boss? We might need to get him to a doctor first.
Boss, he's going into anaphylactic shock. So I don't use Navia all that much, and it is for a particular reason. Up until Navia released, I had never done a Taylor Swift AMV. And now, whenever I use Navia, I feel like it must be for a Taylor Swift song.
Oh, yeah. I think, like, Navia came out, like, around a year ago. I want to say, like 13 months ago. I think I was working on my, like,
December 8th, 2023.
Yeah, it's like, I came out towards, I was like, it came out a little bit before I released my last Villains AMV, which I've been working on, like, for multiple months at that point. I think I was like, yeah, let's just try to use some Navia towards the end, because that's I think throughout that I was trying to use, like, trailers, and I think I used Navias for some bits in that, and then that kind of stuck with me for a couple other, like, things later. Because I use, like, the beginning part of the chase sequence a fair bit, like where she's, like, jumping off the side of the building and the...
Yeah. I think the ones I've used most is probably... like this sequence with like the actual fight sequence for once is probably the one I've used the most.
Okay.
All right. Now, where do we put you, Navia? We could put Taylor Swift next to Ed Sheeran. Look, somebody had to make that joke. Even though it's been, beaten into the ground, but it hasn't been used.
Oh my god. You know what? Sure.
For the memes, and also because I think we've both used them both used both of them somewhat often.
Should we put her above Child?
We could. Yeah, that actually seems accurate.
Okay, we got the musicians and the harbingers. There you go.
Nice. Okay. Chevres, every shot a bullet. One of my most anticipated 4 stars at the time because of the VA, Erica Lindbeck.
I love anything full of grease and sugar. Food like that provides me with ample energy during the workday. Plus, it's a real mood booster. But on my days off, I like to read crime novels. I find them very interesting. I'm Chevres, captain of Fontaine's Special Security and Surveillance Patrol. Is there a case that needs my attention? The Special Security and Surveillance Patrol deals with a host of heinous crimes and criminals. The criminals aren't your everyday goody-goodies from the Palais Mermonia. As such, the methods we employ to enforce the law can be a bit on the harsher side.
Stop right there! Drop your weapons! Final warning!
Some criminals try to use the sound of thunder to conceal gunshots, but that trick doesn't fool my ears.
Hands where I can see them!
Another day of work over, and without any huge disasters to boot. Oh, that reminds me. I should grab the latest copy of the murder files.
Is this the only canonical trailer where the character has actually killed somebody?
I don't know. Also, it feels like a number of the trailers have like we did the action, now we just need a little bit of like random stuff to fill in the end.
Yeah, I will say I don't really use hers that much.
I'm not sure if I really have used her trailer. Also, I like the events that she debuted with.
Yeah. This is probably the most used part for me. I'm curious what the most watched part is. Oh. I think it says something about the watched part is this.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think D, but I could see somewhere. Guess where? C.
Yeah, I agree with that. So you said not quite D, towards the bottom of C?
Yeah. I don't know, above Mika.
I'm actually not sure about that one.
Where do you think?
I feel like just Mika above her.
Yeah, I can go with that. All right. Next up, one of the cooler Lantern Ride events.
I think right around here is when I was just like taking my Genshin hiatus. So I was just like, so I did not do that Lantern Ride.
Gaming.
Because I literally just pulled Cloud Retainer and got off.
Nice.
And then proceeded to not play Genshin for like 4 months.
The name's Gaming. I'm a guard from the communications office. I'm the best wushu dancer in the secure transport agency and the busiest guard of the wushu dancing community. How about that? So, all this needs shipping, right? Whether it takes me uphill, downhill, or out to the sticks. I get the goods from A to B. I'll even take them across the sea if needed. I'll start my warm-up routine. I feel like watching Manzai has helped me get a better handle on how Swanee look in action. As soon as I put my Wusho head on, I'm right in the zone. You hungry? Ah! I managed to book this cool place for dinner. They only do evening service and it's invite only. My treat.
In chat, it's basically just, yeah, it's English. It's MC and Trailblazer. This is like Gaming's English voice also does male Trailblazer in HSR. Anyways, I'm not sure if I actually saw that trailer before, oddly enough. And by the way, is your mic working, or did it just stop, or you just not?
Oh, my microphone. Thanks, Mike. Bad microphone.
Yay! Bad mic. What?
I said technology?
Yeah.
Alright, so I've not used him much, but I have used him once or twice.
As I was saying, I'm not sure if I even watched this trailer in the first place.
I could definitely see using him more because of all the neon moments, so I think I would rate him more.
I kind of wish I had knew of this trailer. My edging, like, I like it loud. I was doing, like, really neon stuff.
Yeah, we could go... Do we want to go C? Do we want to maybe say for the potential B?
I would say potential B. So I think if Rosaria's top of...
Do we want to go bottom of B?
Yeah, bottom of B.
Okay. Speaking of Cloud Retainer.
Yeah.
It's Cloud Retainer. Oh, sorry. Shenyun.
Really funny, like, I was pulling for Cloud Retainer, like, or Shenyun. Like, I was pulling with some friends, and they're like... Never mind, I can go with this after. They're like, oh, that's the character that looks like you most IRL. I'm like, is it? I don't know. Oh.
Clearly the bird version, right?
Yeah, totally. Yeah, totally. Like, no.
Weapon. Quite. The likes of swords, staffs, spears, bows are ubiquitous in opera. We need something more original. For example... Gusto. Gusto?
More beating up the treasure hoarders.
Yep.
Gusto aside, she must also be an exceptional inventress. Few can master martial arts in a lifetime, yet to invent is to change life itself. Invention is the better part of valor. Stop!
can't use any of this in the script. She's utterly ridiculous. An inventress? What a load of... Help!
Jump! Well, have I convinced you yet?
Absolutely! Please, Miss Inventress, help me down from here, please!
I've always loved the hand. Just like Shan Yun in the middle of a monologue. No!
No.
I've had enough.
Yeah. There's some parts of this I've definitely used. I just don't think to I just don't think to use a trailer much.
Yeah, kind of the same. Though I do enjoy using it when I do use it.
I feel like this is like a nice B is a nice somewhere in B is a nice spot for her. I think. Just because we usually think of other people first.
Above Gaming, maybe. I feel like I've used.
Well, like maybe over Ito.
Yeah, I could do that.
And or Hotel.
I could do that. All right, we're fine. I wonder if we're partially doing this to stop putting people in C.
Yeah, but I feel like she is more usable than like the top group of C.
Yeah. Okay. Chiori, Thousand Threads of Brilliance.
Her personality's
She's ahead of her time.
She's like anti-mainstream.
I love the Inazuman touch.
Her designs are too flamboyant.
I think they look great.
No, it's more than that. I don't chase trends. I follow my intuition. And my aesthetics follow their own rules.
Chiori? That was a little blunt. What if it upsets your customers?
Stay true to my dreams. Channel my defiance into my art. Don't let anyone tell me what I can or can't do. Well, maybe they're the ones who need to change.
I am the cutting edge of fashion.
Navia, model this for me.
You got it.
Now, last but not least, smile for the camera.
My work brings in the customers, not my smile.
But you've got such a pretty smile.
One I wish I used more, honestly.
Yeah, there's some things I could use here, but once again, I just don't. I think she's up there for like 5 stars I forget about.
Ever since I got her, she has changed my Abyss almost permanently.
Okay.
Because
She's like the one character that actually cares about like slot order, right?
yes. She also follows the trend of totally not a Kaching copy.
Oh yeah. Except, never mind. I was gonna say, Kaching's the only one of those who doesn't dual wield. I was gonna say, but you are a dual wield, and I realized all hits also uses 2 swords.
Yeah, and I think Lanyan does too.
I don't actually know what Lanyan's kit that well. Is she like Kaching again?
She does the Kaching thing.
Yeah, she has 2, like, not swords, but the, whatever you call the rings.
The rings.
Yeah. That's more, another dual wielder.
Chiori enable, like, makes Mono Geo so good.
So it's like Mono Geo 2.0, because like, it was kind of a thing when Ito showed up.
Yeah.
Or Ito and Goro.
In terms of trailer for AMV and such, I don't use her very much. I wish I used her more. I could see either low B or, honestly, I could see mid of C.
I was gonna say, like, right around, like, somewhere around, like, the top few of C.
We could do this.
Sure.
Okay, next up, I think we both are going to probably put this one in A.
Oh, this one.
Legend has it that long ago, the long nights were the den of dangers untold. The children would huddle at home and light the hearth, awaiting the adults' return.
A spark cannot shatter all shadows until it sets all ablaze. Or else, to the other end of light, lie still bleak shades.
I hear that the children love to play by the fireplace. So let us continue to use the name House of the Hearth. Still, its flame is no longer needed, for you have the strength to defend yourselves.
One of the more epic trailers for AMVs.
Yeah, I feel like yes, like there's some things where like kind of goes like there's parts where it's fast and parts where it's slow. But I feel like I think generally when I think I want thing in between, so it's kind of harder to grab from. But at the same time, I think it's like yeah, you can probably just manually slow it down or speed it up. Sure.
Definitely see like either top of A, below Raiden, or like I feel like Kazuha there's less you can put in.
Yeah.
All right. Another character I kind of forget exists.
Yeah. It's like I like randomly got like my first copy of Sethos when pulling for Mawiko's weapon. We're like, oh hi, yeah, that's a character who exists in this game.
Yeah.
You got questions? You've come to the right person. On the off chance I don't have the answers, I can ask around and help you find out.
Sethos. Pretty interesting guy. He's like a distant cousin of Cyno's.
The first time we met, he came up and asked me if I was Hat Guy.
He nods his head when he talks. It's like, oh, I don't know, like a little puppy, yes?
Doesn't play enough TCG.
Some of my elders say I'm difficult to control, like a wild animal. But don't you think it's kind of an issue that they want to control how other people think in the first place? Sometimes an over-reliance on ancient wisdom can make you forget the strength that you and your companions already have. Move or be moved! Behind you! Don't mention it. I'll protect you. Or you can protect me. Whatever works.
I'll protect you. Or you can protect me. Whatever works.
Okay, the OST is really good on this one.
Yeah.
But that's not what this tier list is about, so...
Also, doesn't play enough TCG. that made me like Sethos even more. In terms of
that is like such a Cyno thing to say too.
Yeah, absolutely. In terms of also, we've now gotten to the point where we have to actually scroll to get to the characters that are left.
Yeah.
Where do we Ethos?
I'd say like around Shiori.
Yeah, that works.
Because there's some parts I'm like, yes, we can use this. At the same time, like, I'm not sure where it goes. Like, I don't think it's with the A's for sure. Definitely not with the top group of B.
Yeah. Right around there?
Sure.
Alright.
Actually, I'd say above Rosaria, but I think that's a minor fix.
Okay. Clorand, Night Vigil, amidst candlelit shadows.
I think it's funny that, like, I haven't done Chlorine Story Quest, but I know, like, a little bit of it, of, like, it's funny that, like, D&D basically exists in Genshin's, like, world, which is honestly kind of fun.
Yeah. Also, I definitely have some experience with Clorand's trailer, as you may know from my Clorand mains thing.
Yeah.
Did only about 8 to 10 different versions of this trailer.
Whee!
Calculate distance. Correct for wind speed and humidity. Ready. Next breathing cycle, fire a non-lethal shot. These are my hunting grounds. Struggle all you want. I always catch my prey in the end. Where evil lurks, shoot on sight! I owe my skills to the Marechaussee hunters, who fought to bring Fontaine out of a dark age. Someone needs to keep them sharp at all times. The hunt is complete.
I owe my skills to the Marechaussee hunters. My best in slot artifact set, however, is not Marechaussee hunter.
Oh, is it the Bond of Life one?
I believe so, yeah.
I remember, like, someone, like, speculated that, like, the Animal Rogue was Caterpillar from that one World Quest. I'm like, oh, yeah, can't unsee that one now, thanks to whoever.
I don't think I can rank this trailer fairly, mostly because I've used it so much that I don't use it as much anymore.
That's fair. I'm going to say, like, I'm gonna say I'm torn between above or below Raiden.
Up to you.
I'm gonna go above for now.
Alright.
And man, I think some of the people towards I think Sino, Dia, and Al Haytham can move up a number of slots, but I think we said we need to rearrange the bottom of A.
Alright.
A fair bit.
Next up, Sijween, who has... This trailer's made me feel uncomfortable at points. And I think if you've seen this trailer, you'll know what I mean.
I think I've seen it once and then, like, promptly forgot about it, so...
Huh, really? It's medicinal? Yep, it has a bunch of uses, and medicine's one of them. Our maritime flower in full bloom is a great cure for exhaustion. You can't buy them in the store, but they're not as good. You want real maritime flowers? I know a place where there's loads of them, really pretty ones! Off we go!
As a quick pause, this is actually the first time we see Emily is in this trailer.
Huh, okay.
You see her on the... You can see her on the boat.
Oh, on the bus, yeah.
I'll keep looking. None around here. Petals contain all the good stuff. Get well Don't be nervous. Just relax. So, I made some herbal tea with added maritime flowers. It's really refreshing. Wanna try some?
Why didn't you say it was so bitter?
What doesn't kill you makes you stronger. Well, the important thing is that it works.
I think I see what you mean by multiple parts just make you uncomfortable.
Oh, you haven't.
I have to step up again because the lights shut off again, but like at the same time, like there's some part where like, yep, I know what you're talking. I think I.
Could it have been this?
There's a particular shot of Siege Wind where I'm like, why did they do this with the character that's this size?
Yeah, this is the part that
Why
just
did they?
makes me like, what?
I mean, like, I don't know. I mean, Tignari literally did shrooms in his trailer.
Yeah. Ay. I love Lynette just like complete straight facing it, just like, this tastes lovely.
Yeah.
Also, I find it interesting that Siegeween's first instinct when a crab takes the flower is that she.
Oh my god. Yeah.
Siegeween ideology.
Siegeween is a character that I like forget exists at times. I think this is also like kind of around where I think after Clorand is where I kind of stopped using like recent stuff. I think I only used Kachina and Mulan because I was fishing for Natlan things.
So, in terms of me using Siegeween, I really haven't used her that much. I would have said C.
Yeah.
What do you think?
I think we can go with that. There's some parts where I'm like, I don't want. I'm okay without seeing this trailer again.
Okay. Where do we put her? I would say like below Yao Yao, maybe. Like here.
I think she could go. We could. Yeah, I guess so. I'm just trying to see where she fares with the people below her. But I think that entire row is characters that we looked at this episode, which is funny.
Next,
and then
my favorite characters, and one of those ones that not a lot of people got because Natlan was right around the corner.
She was also second half too, which wasn't helping.
Yeah, and also people were just like, who is she? And she ended up being one of the better Dendro characters that we have.
Dendro's still just a good element, so I don't know.
Worry, confusion, anxiety. All these emotions are like the aroma of a long night of endless rain. But add a drop of something unexpected, and you never know what can bloom. Life is like a soft breeze that sweeps across the land. When spices are abundant, it all comes down to careful selection. Water. Yes, the most important part of perfume is the easiest to overlook. Pure water. With no color or odor, all other ingredients have nowhere to hide. Removing all distractions allows the true form to take shape. Then I think I'll combine the air after it rains, the nectar of a feisty flower,
This new perfume
and
is really popular. Wanna try?
fried food?
Here.
With a base note of pure satisfaction.
Satisfaction.
What?
Indeed.
Why does Emily just sound like older Sucrose?
I mean, I'd love to see an event with an interaction between Emily and that really that perfumist from Leeway who makes everyone.
Oh, do we really need to give more screen time to that NPC?
Look, Timaeus hasn't seen his girlfriend in a while. I'm just saying.
Well, like, the funny thing I think is, like, I think I've just like I haven't like actually I don't remember hearing like that like sequence with the Lee Whipper maker. I don't playing through it myself. I just remember seeing like clips of it or something on YouTube. Gosh, why was that thing? I think I was lucky enough to I think I was like multitasking, like doing like clicking through dialogue with audio off while like on Zoom, and so I think I had the fortunate like accident of not hearing that in game.
In terms of usability, it gives off an air of mysticism that not a lot of them add in. Like, it gives like a Kokomi.
Yeah, I think like kind of like Nahida too.
Yeah, I would say because I haven't used her much, but I do want to use her more. That kind of fits in that B tier that we've been.
Yep. Yeah, I think that's somewhere in that B tier.
That here.
I feel like between Risley and Yunjin.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And we're on to the 5.0.
You're on
to
Kachina.
Yeah.
Poor Kachina at a 1:24 trailer. Good old.
I think this is the shortest one in a while.
Yeah.
Which is honestly nice to see. Like, from us sitting here for a while perspective.
Your footsteps told me you were coming. By the way, would you like to visit my home sometime? There are a lot of legends about heroes in Natland. You've been to a bunch of countries in Tibet, so you must know a lot of legends, right? Do you think there's any shiny ores underneath all of the sand? We could do a quick dig just to check. Yeah. Let her rip. Get back. Are my ears trembling? Sorry, but I can't really control them. They're way too excited right now. Here, let me just cover them up.
Ah, yes, the start of idle animations being epic.
Yeah. Is Kachini the only one with like, aside from her and Shalonen, are they the only two with like special ears in like the entire Children of Echoes?
I mean, I don't think we have anybody else from the Children of Echo.
No, just compared to the NPCs in the area.
Listen, NPCs don't get new types of ears.
Yeah, I know. Like if that's just like a tribal thing, they could have like done something, right? Like
Yeah. Now, in terms of Kachina's trailer,
I want to say somewhere towards top of C. I remember like hers was like annoying to like step through for like stuff for my Natlan movie. Yeah, sure.
That works.
Sure.
Okay, the first 5-star of Natlan, Mualani.
Woo-woo! Yeah! Woo! Heyo! I'm Mualani, a guide from the people of the springs, at your service. Whoa! All of Natland is at our fingertips. Let me show you. Follow me! Here we are! Thanks, dude! Whoa! My tribe's for the fun zap. Now feast your eyes on this! you have fun? Course you did. Catch you on the next one.
What Sothis does on her off time.
Yeah, exactly.
Honestly, Natland trailers are just so fun.
Yeah. I feel like this is the harder one to like pick apart, just because all the graphic things flow really well.
Yeah, I think there's no way it doesn't. It's not at least A, right?
I feel like it's like right with Risley on the. It's a good trailer. It's hard to use.
Yeah, that works. So like right here, or do we think right?
Yep. Doesn't really. I don't really care either way.
Alright, that works. Honestly, I kind of forget that he exists. Also, fun fact, the only male character to release last year.
I remember that. I remember seeing a short on that. We're like, yep.
I just remember a short where it was like all 5-star male characters, and then it was an entire minute of just Kanish.
Kanish. I think I pulled for Kanish just because like how was like actually pretty funny. Like probably favorite like comedic relief source this game.
To those in the chat and from the future, this is in Japanese. We are not watching the Japanese trailer. There was the strike going on during this time, and most likely Kanish's English VA was affected by that, and that is why we have the Japanese trailer.
Yeah, this is also why like Kanish was one of the characters who was unvoiced in 5.1 and 5.3 on Conquest. I don't think he showed up in 5.2.
Yeah, I will say I did not. So I haven't done anything past 5.0 because
okay, I finally did 5.123 and like let's see, I think I remember hearing that it was Kashina and Kanish that were not voiced in 5.1. When I did it in like 5.3, Kachina was voiced again. So I think, but Hao was voiced. So
yeah, my thing is like I've been.
And then Eon's is the other one that's not voiced as well.
I've been holding off on
in 5.2.
To see if they're going to re-record the lines at some point, because I mean it is a feature. So I assume once I heard that they moved on to a new studio instead of I don't know what we're doing.
It's for most of it's the old one. I don't.
So I think they're probably going to re-record the lines at some point. Is my hope. And and when that happens, I've obviously missed out on a lot of Primogems as a result of not doing the story. But like, I play this game a lot for the story, so I'd rather have a loss of. I think it's like 2.5 pulls per update. And just have it finished.
I'll just say like there's like one point in like 5.3 quest where it's like Kanish and Neon-san were like in the same shot and it's like one of those anime cutscenes and they're like it's just those two characters together of all the characters you could put together. It's just like this stuff.
Okay, so I can confidently say I've never used Kanisha's trailer.
I think just due to when Kanisha's trailer came out compared to when I like stopped editing, that's why I haven't used Kanisha's. But I feel like if I did keep editing, I would actually use this a fair bit.
So we want to go higher B or lower A?
I want to say lower. I was gonna say lower A, but I'm trying to think that. Yeah, something. Yeah, I think literally bottom of A might be fine.
Yeah,
Either that.
My one thing for putting it in B was like, it is a video game thing, so there are very specific reasons you would use that.
Yeah, I'm willing to bump it to like just above Lynette in B if they're just for like the more niche areas. But I think like some of the parts of like grappling around, I can definitely see being used generically.
Yeah, we'll put him in A for now. All right, I think he was also the only trailer to be affected.
I to be honest, I have not seen Auroran's or Shaska's to actually know that. But Shalonen's was like music, so I'm not sure if I can comment on that one.
Have you seen Mavika's?
Yes, I have seen Mavika's trailer. I don't remember if there's any actual dialogue lines in that one or not.
Yeah. Okay. So up next, Shalonen Fervent Beats.
Wow, what a beautiful gem. You should turn it into jewelry.
We should check the grade first. But
Oh, there is vocal in this. Never mind, I don't remember.
Better use for you. Truly a precious gem, and so damn simplistic. Could be wasted on a piece of jewelry. Looks like these Saurians don't miss a beat. Time for a test drive.
Got a few tricks on my sleeves, yeah. Others on my squeeze, easily freeze, yeah. I'm gonna make sure don't need no teaser. You should trip, yeah, you should check a meter. I'll last sneak peek or two when you got no idea what to do. Always on my mark, no time to accuse. Shine the light, tell me the stage is not for you. With every step I'm taking, every move I make, there's a trail, but I ain't never gonna be afraid. You know I'm wild like that, never can be tamed. Even though this big, watch me skate. Every step I take and every move I make, there's a trail, but I ain't never gonna be afraid. You know I'm wild like that, never can be tamed. Even though this big, watch me skate. It took so long to dig up, and now the phlogiston is gone.
That's for the best. Better lost in the heat of battle than locked away in a jewelry box. Gems like these are meant to burn.
I feel like part of the chorus
Down the drain.
I first thought part of the chorus said blaze a trail, not make a trail, and I was like, age is possible use for use a song in HSR? I don't know.
I don't know if I've actually seen that trailer voiced, so that was interesting. I've used this a ton.
I feel like there's some niche. I think it's around niche of there's some niche uses of the DJ parts in this.
Yeah.
But there's some other parts are yeah, you can. There's parts of yeah, you can use this, and the other parts of eh. I don't know.
All right. Next up, Auroran.
What? Okay. I don't think I've seen the show, but I'm gonna guess it's actually in English.
Sometimes a shrouded path is not meant to be walked. The moonlight makes the surface of the water glisten. Although, at night, the water turns pitch black. It's impossible to tell how clean it is.
Oh.
Oh, hello. I'm Auroron from the Masters of the Nightwind. Look up! I don't know where I come from, but that doesn't bother me too much. I care more about where I'm going. There are things buried beneath the snow. Careful now. Let's not wake them up.
I feel like I need a flashing light warning.
Yeah, I don't really like his trailer. I feel like they pushed a lot into it.
I think this is like a toned more contrast, more like flashy light version of Huahua's trailer from HSR.
Yeah, I would put it in C personally, or at least B.
Yeah, I feel like, I'll say top of C.
Top of C.
I kind of with Kachina. I was like, yeah, that needed a warning for sure.
All right, next up, Chaska.
It's another one I've never seen, but actually pulled the 5-star for. So
A peacemaker's job is to resolve conflicts. It can cost a little mora, a little wine, maybe a little dignity, and sometimes a few bullets. But whatever it takes to get a resolution, right? Whatever's going on here, how about we talk it out?
It's an open and shut case. We know these Tepetlosaurs stole the gems. Greedy little things, huh? Huh. Everyone's been turning on each other thanks to them.
Oh, really? Well, the stolen gems were transported with a spice shipment. And I don't smell any spices here. But your frame job? Now that I can smell a mile away. In the sky, there's nowhere to hide. Conflict resolved. Sometimes you gotta do things the old-fashioned way.
I have not seen this show before, and just they really gave her it's Wild West vibes or something.
If I had a nickel for every time Hoyo used this sunset for a cowboy-based character, I'd have 2 nickels.
Oh,
Which isn't many, but it's strange. It happened twice. So, one of those also that I have recorded, or like that I can use. I just don't use it very often.
Yeah. It's like this is a like niche case, like used again.
So like here.
Yeah. Sure.
Congratulations to Kanish and Mualani for getting out of C.
Shalonen too.
Shalonen as well, yeah. All right, next up, Seat
I have a feeling where we're putting this.
You're pretty well hidden. But I'm coming to find you!
Suck at this.
I take it you're looking for a fight? Zilaline eats Papa! Get him! Hooligans! I told you we shouldn't mess pretty easily! Morons. Thought you could take me on? You'll know for next time. Ow! My back.
Okay, I say this partially because of the English voice actor, but it's literally just March 7th, but Genshin.
Yeah.
She's even in a cryo shield her.
Yeah. My back. See, Lolly. Tobey Maguire.
Yeah.
They share something in common.
Mm.
I personally really love this trailer. It's just it kind of gives me like a lo-fi vibe in parts.
Yeah. It's like I can't really tell the difference between her soundtrack and Siege Ween's, or somebody's soundtrack sounds very similar to hers.
Yeah, and I will also say that she has one of my favorite ultimate lines in the game. Suffer the wrath of Eatsley!
Yeah.
Throws pillows at you.
Throws pillows. Okay, like the shot of like I don't think I'd ever use this in something, but like the thing of like her just like riding on a pillow chasing these guys is just really funny.
Yeah. Okay, Seat Lolly. I would say we could go A here.
There's some parts where I just feel like I wouldn't use it for the same reason as like some parts in Yui Mia's trailer, like the photos like scrolling by, it's like would I ever use this? But there's some parts where I could definitely see used. So like so it's either I feel like it's with Mualani?
Works.
Like a little bit ahead of Mualani, I think. Oh no.
Okay.
Alright, here we go.
Get started. This is my third S tier.
Cool.
And I'll explain the reasoning for that once we get through this absolute banger.
This song is there.
by far, in my opinion, the best trailer we have had to date.
Yeah. Also, can we give this some bonus points in the tier list for like the music? I feel like maybe we could also bump Shalom in a spot or two up for that as well.
I mean, top three of each doesn't really matter, but sure, we'll go top of S tier.
There we go. Because like that song is definitely usable for other things, even if it's not Mawika related.
There are so many points in this that are usable in a different AMV, but the song itself can be used as an AMV, which no other trailer has. This was,
I think Shalom maybe, but the other than this, yeah, I agree.
This was the era when we had like Burning Desires from Zenless Zone Zero. Star Rail recently had a song in a trailer. If I remember.
Yeah, it's Nameless Faces. Star Rail had White Knight at the beginning of Hanakoni. You can also use Robin's song, because like Robin's trailer is her alt song.
Right.
Robin also has a whole album, like few song album.
I think Zenless had one at one, or not Zenless. Even Wuthering Waves, to pull in another game, had one around this time. But like, I don't really play Wuthering Waves, but I heard like they had a song for their 2.0. Yeah, and like, I haven't been to I don't know what it's exactly called, but the Genshin concert series, that might be what it's called. Yeah. I would love to go to one of those just to see this performed.
I saw like a video on I think it's on Official Star Rail of like this recording for Star Rail's concert. They did get the singers to actually sing the Star Rail ones live. So
yeah, and if they did,
like they got Chevy to do a couple Robin songs. They got Jake Miller to do White Knight and like so on.
Yeah, and just like this trailer it deserves like 3 weeks 2.0. This should be one of the this should be the top most viewed trailer in my opinion, and I think
give it time, I guess.
Yeah. Also, the fact they got Christy Costanza, who I believe is actually from a very popular band that does anime stuff. I don't actually know off the top of my head.
I don't know either.
Actually, I could probably just do really quickly. Yeah, I couldn't tell you off the top of my head, but I know that there's a band or something by this person.
Okay.
And with
last trailer.
I didn't save my Lanyan PNG, so one moment.
Yay!
Hold on, I definitely have the file, so all I have to do is do a quick be right back screen, everybody. And I can go into my files
and edit.
Yeah. Where did I put it? Lanyan. There we go. And then we're gonna and when we come back, she was here the whole time.
Yeah, it totally wasn't a second Fenty thumbnail, or I don't know.
As I'd like to point out, we have gone back to nearly being under a minute for the 4-star trailer.
Yeah.
For our grand finale, as of this current date, Lanyan, weaving silver feathers.
Hear that? Ding-a-ling, ding-a-ling. My silver hairpiece is ringing like a bell. The wind is nice and gentle today. If silver needs to be polished to shine, it only makes sense that we need to keep honing our skills to become as light and swift as a swallow. Dancing in the wind. Then, if you hear the frantic ringing of a silver bell, come find me, okay?
I also want to point out that we start that fade in at a minute.
Yeah, I think we are. I feel like this trailer is gonna go in C compared to some of the other ones.
Also, yeah, it starts at 58 seconds when we go into the fade, and there's nothing after.
Yeah.
It doesn't even make it to a minute.
Yeah. I feel like this is somewhere in C. So.
Yeah, somewhere in C. Maybe midway above Yanfei, maybe above Farazan. Or above the.
I think I feel like it's kind of with Yao Yao.
Alrighty, that works for me. Where is Yao Yao? There she is.
It feels like her trailer feels similar to. I'm not saying move. It feels similar to a Ron, except like less things you can use and like also just less flashing light warning. Like some of the graphics are like just a similar style to his, I think, of like the not really kaleidoscope type.
Definitely agree. And with that, that is everybody up to this point.
Up to 5.3. Woo.
Any final movements, final comments you'd like to make?
Watching trailers takes longer than I think we both thought it would. Yeah, but because if you combine last stream and this one, we're close to like 5.5 hours, I think, right?
Yeah, I think that's going to be about what the full VOD will be.
Oh gosh, yeah.
Well, everybody, it has been a pleasure to entertain you over these past few streams with this. 10 likes on this video. I know, not asking for much. And I will do a, can you guess the character by their OST? You think I would learn something. If we can get 25 likes, I'll try to get Phoenix to join me. And then I can get destroyed.
Okay, well, we'll see how things go when we get there.
Yeah. So, it's been a pleasure, everybody. And till next time.
Till next time.